Hi knitters, this is Penny from PJ Knits, and this is going to be a quick one. It is Saturday, June 28th, and I wanted to do a ZKA 2019 recap. Debbie and I tried to podcast last week, and from after I went back to work, and you know how work happens, and it didn't happen. So I wanted to get this out because there's so much going on in July that I wasn't sure that I'd get the whole thing done, and we have some lawn mowing going outside, so I'll talk quick and loud. My name's Penny, and this is PJ Knits. I live in Central Illinois, and a week ago I was in Rochester, Minnesota, doing a retreat of Zombie Apocalypse with a group of great friends, and Debbie, my friend, went with us, Priceless. We went to left on Wednesday, came home Saturday night, and had a great time. So let's just get into what I want to show you. First up, I was gifted this lovely shawlette from Annetta. It wasn't her color, so it was mine, and I just love it. Thank you, Annetta, so very, very much. And it keeps with our summer of shawls. So here you go. Isn't this beautiful? Done out of Cascade, and I am loving it, and I will get a lot of wear out of it, and I can't say thank you enough. So Annetta, thanks so much. Next up, what I'm wearing, it has not been blocked yet. This is Modulancho by Shana Cohen. I was test knitting it for her, and I will show it in depth at a future time when it's blocked and everything, and in standing up as well on it. And we'll give you more information as I can. It can be worn multiple ways, and that was my plan. Like I said, it's going to be a quick one. It hasn't been blocked yet, so I will show you more as we go. In the future, put it on a mannequin. Right now, it's 90-some degrees outside, so I'm taking it off. And continuing on. So that's what I worked on the whole time I was at ZK, and even when I got home. So I've been working on it. Want to show you the table gifts. Not a prerequisite, but something that our friends gave to each other during the retreat. Bourbon balls, they're gone. Delish. Debbie and I gifted everybody at our table an I Am Knitter luggage tag, and my friend Kim, Arts Lover, we got mug rugs from her, she had made. And that's super cool. And then Annette knitted us all pumpkins and gifted us with a foldable handbag hook. So no more do you have to put your purse or your project bag on a dirty floor. And then from Annetta, we all got this. If this bag was lost, and you put your name, email, phone number on it, and it tells everybody to contact, who to contact. So we got one of those. And then Alicia, AK-47, tea bag and bookmark holder. Isn't that cool? That she made. Super cool. And then finally, a class that Kim taught was the No-Sew quilted ornament, and she gifted us all the pattern and everything to do it with. So I'll be making that this summer. Super fun. And that was gifts from our table mates. And then always we look forward to the goodie bag, and I don't have the mug to show you, but I will show it next time, you can be sure. Well, it will require a cup of coffee in it, but we received a nature pack made by Silver Shed USA, and I have a little shawlette in it right now. It has a canvasy, slick canvas, riptide nylon on the bottom so that you can clean it easily and wash it. And it also has, I've got it tucked in, but it's got a drawstring that will close on it. And you can hook that on your belt if you want, or carry it on your wrist on your adventure walk. So super cool. That was part of the goodie bag, along with a mug and a little Notions pouch that we got. And then for the back of our phones, to make them pop out, we got a little pop out. I just have to figure out how to use it. We all got one of those in our goodie bag. And then we got yarn. And mine is, there was 3 different kinds. One was Lavender Loon, one I believe was Queen City, and the other one was Suburban Stitcher. And I was lucky to get Suburban Stitcher in beachy, boaty, and floaty colorways. And I am super, super stoked about what these can be. Definitely some sort of shawl. Isn't that going to be fun? And of course my colorways. Perfect. And then we got samples of some Miss Babs. This one is a balanced sparkle sock. And this one is Caroline in the nutmeg colorway. So we all got those. That's what was in our goodie bag, along with our mug, a new style of mug. And then on Friday, Debbie and I did knitting adventures. We did that last year, and we did it again this year. And we went up to the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, and we visited yarn shops that Corey, I Rock Knits, suggested a few weeks back on her podcast. They had done their shop hop up there, and we took some of those and went to the ones that we wanted to see first, and then we'll save the list for next year. And so we set off. First of all, we went over to the Eagan Outlet Mall and shopped that. They have everything there. Talbots and Chico's and Kate Spade and Coach and Skechers. I bought a pair of sandals, and we bought some purses, and just had a great time there. And from there, then we went over to St. Paul to Knittin' from the Heart. That is one of Corey's favorite shops, and it is chock full of different things. And while I was there, I bought a couple of yarns that I think are going to be for, they are going to be for hospice blankets, and they're both Sirdar Snuggly pattern cakes. And here's the other one. So those are both going to be for hospice shawls. Then from there, we went to the Yarnery, which I always love visiting that yarn shop, and we went to Cafe Latte just to check it out, where you can have lunch and all kinds of yummy, yummy desserts. Delish. And while I was there, I saw Dollaway knit up. It is you could do a scarf or a wrap, and I am going to make the wrap version. And it's so super soft, and I bought for it Shibui Knits Lunar, and this is a limited edition color. I'd seen it a couple weeks back on Instagram. Everybody, several shops had posted it, and I wanted to get some, and they still had some when we got there, so I bought it. And this is color is Riviera. It's a merino silk, and I'm going to use it. And it was super, super scrumptious to feel, and so I'm going to make myself a wrap out of that. And then after that, we went to Mendota Heights to Three Kittens Needle Arts. That place, it was really cool too. Half of it was a yarn shop, half of it was needlepoint, and they had ladies sitting in there around tables needle pointing. Oh, and they had all kinds of wonderful things. If I was into needlepoint, that would be a definite place that I would want to go and shop for needlepoint. It was so fantastic. The other side was yarns, and I did not buy anything but some unscented soap there, but Debbie bought I want to say it's 20 color stripe sock yarn that she's going to use for the sock arm sweater, and I can't wait to see that. Maybe down the road we could get together and talk about that and show that, but she bought that there. And then after that, we went to our last stop, which was Needle and Skein, which was in St. Louis Park, small little shop. And the only thing I found there, they had Shibui, some of their Shibui colors, 30% off, which I was so surprised to ever see that. But I had already bought Shibui and I didn't need any other, but I found this super cool palm for my drizzle on the window hat that I'm slowly working on out of Sunday Knits yarn. And it's kind of, what I'm using is kind of this bluish. And so I bought this palm to go on top of it. And I thought that would be super, super cool. This is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, we'll get up close. That's the palm. And that's all I know. Needle and Skein, but I think it's gonna be super, super cool. And it's that blue color on top, the light blue. And I just think that is gonna be so neat. So that's the only thing I bought at that shop. And then on Saturday, it was market day at ZK in the morning, and after the market, we said our goodbyes to everybody and headed out because we both wanted to get home while it was still daylight, and I had to go back to work on Monday, and Debbie had things to do, and so we really wanted to be home so that I could have a whole day on Sunday to be ready, and which I'm glad we did. And it was a fabulous, fabulous market. I could have bought more, but I'm really trying to only buy things to add to my stash that I really, really need right now. And unfortunately, one of the things I did not get is a mohair, because I wasn't thinking about it after I bought this first yarn. But I bought a sweater's quantity of 3 Irish Girls, Adorn Luxe, and the color is Arroyo. And it is a merino nylon, and I bought a sweater's quantity of it because I want a sweater out of this. I think this is super cool. I don't know what it's going to be, because I really think what I want to do is find a mohair in either the yellow, the bright yellow, or even the palish yellow or a cream to add to this. And there's a couple of cool sweaters out there that is paired with a mohair that I have bought the patterns. And so I think I'm going to look for a mohair, a couple of different places to see about it. So stay tuned on that one. But I bought a sweater's quantity of that because I thought, again, it has a little bit of my color in it, but it also has yellow, and I think that will be great. And so, like I said, there's a couple of Carry With Petite Knits has one, and there's another one out there that I'm eyeballing for that. So this is a possibility for pairing with mohair. So, and then the last thing I bought was from Sun Valley Fibers, and I knew going into the shopping that I needed a DK because I don't have any DK yarn, and I really, really wanted something. I think it's going to go into the Odyssey shawl by Joji. I think this is going to be the shawlette the shawl that I'm going to do out of my DK. But right now there's several patterns out there. A lot of people, designers doing shawls out of DKs, and it's just not something that I have in my stash. So I knew that I could find it with Jeanette and George at Sun Valley Fibers. So I bought 3 colorways to go with that. Poolside, Dust in the Wind, Cricket. And that's what I bought at ZK. That was our weekend at ZK. And that's all I've got for you. You can find show notes on the Ravelry group, PJ Knits, on my blog, www.pjknits.blogspot.com. I am Penny J on Ravelry and PJ Knits on Instagram. And I'd love for you to subscribe. And in a couple of weeks, I'll be back to talk about summer shawls, what we're doing, and I'll be back from knitting camp. So until then, knit on with confidence and hope, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.